I'm Bailey Bates. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. The man accused of shooting and killing 5 people in McGregor in September 2022 has been found competent to stand trial. 37-year-old Nicholas Jaimes Hernandez is accused of shooting and killing 38-year-old Monica Delgado, 15-year-old Miguel Avila, 14-year-old Natalie Avila, 47-year-old Lorena Aviles, and 20-year-old Natalie Aviles. Back in May, Jaimes Hernandez was moved from the McLennan County Jail to a mental health facility in San Antonio. This came after mental examinations deemed Jaimes Hernandez incompetent to stand trial due to inconclusive results. His attorney says he disagrees with the latest competency ruling, reversing that decision.
Yeah, I've read that report and I'm skeptical. I've got my questions. And until I see the actual hospital records and everything, I'm not going to be at a good place to really explain why I am skeptical, but I've got my doubts.
Thomas says he plans to subpoena the hospital records to find out more about how doctors came to their decision. He expects to file for another competency test soon. The trial date has been officially set in the civil lawsuit against former Temple police officer Carmen DeCruz in the city of Temple. Michael Dean's sister sued both parties after DeCruz shot and killed Dean during a traffic stop in 2019. She is seeking $10 million in damages. DeCruz was found not guilty of second-degree manslaughter in 2023. According to court records, the civil trial will begin on February 5th, 2027 in a Waco federal courtroom. Well, teachers, doctors, commercial pilots, and even NFL staff have all been fired or subpoenaed and suspended surrounding social media comments about Charlie Kirk's death following a wave of firings. Many have questions about how free speech works with workplace policies. Sydney Walker spoke with a Texas lawmaker and a legal expert about employers' rights and the possibility of wrongful termination.
Many have called Charlie Kirk a champion of free speech.
People who support someone losing their life for sharing their opinions should not be surprised if they lose their job for sharing theirs.
Now, some are arguing they're being punished for the same.
If the Constitution doesn't work for everybody, it doesn't work for anybody. So we may not like the political views, but that doesn't mean we get to fire them or punish them.
Attorney Tiger Hanner said since Wednesday, he's taken on 4 cases of people who say they were fired for social posts about Kirk.
I've spoken to dozens of other lawyers that do what I do, and all of us are receiving these cases.
State Representative Hillary Hicklin said when people expose their hearts, it must be addressed to avoid bringing about hate.
Employers are free to establish the atmosphere or the standard of decency for their business, especially in the private sector.
But Hanner said even at-will employees,
just because you're not well employed doesn't mean you check your Constitution at the door.
Have protections too.
An at-will employee can be fired for any reason or no reason, but they cannot be fired for an illegal reason. To be fired for your First Amendment expressions is an illegal reason.
He also made clear that statements advocating for violence are exceptions to this protection.
There are many, too many, who are choosing to sow seeds of division and celebrate the death of a human.
Hicklin has drawn attention to teachers specifically.
There were educators who were making their opinions known in a way that is divisive, things that are very controversial, and not based in academics.
Since Kirk's death, the TEA issued a letter notifying superintendents that it is launching investigations into educators for social posts surrounding Kirk. Hicklin says for her, it comes down to civility online.
Words have power. When we share our opinions, there are effects.
That was Sydney Walker reporting. Hanner did tell us he expects a wave of wrongful termination suits across the country. Those are your headlines from Central Texas.